Hello everybody, Ken here. Welcome back to The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Now, we've got a few options. We've got loads of shield kills to get. But we still haven't beaten Mum's heart with this fella. This guy right here. This asshole. Mr. Poopy, the blue baby. Starts with 3 hearts. By God. He's a bit of a toughie. But we just need to get a good run. We just need to play smart. And we can do it. And I'm pretty confident about that. God, I don't like this room. 1 iota. You know, it's not too dangerous. But it's... I don't think I've actually been shot by a red fire in a while. Knock on wood. But... I'm consistently terrified that it's gonna happen sooner rather than later. You know, I think I'm so worried about it a lot of the time that it gets me into trouble elsewhere. But they're just real dangerous because the shot comes out all of a sudden. It's not like there's a big animation like a lot of enemies animate quite obviously when they're gonna shoot you. Not those red fires. Just hey buddy, hope you don't mind being shot. If I'd reacted faster, I could have bumped this up here and knocked it into some of these lovely pots. Well, the luck foot, there you go. I did say we needed a bit of luck on this run. Maybe the lucky foot will be exactly what we needed all along. Let's get up here, see what else is going on. A fat chap. The only problem with luck foot, as much as I do like it, and I do like it as an early drop because it gets us that luck right off the get-go, but it doesn't give us a ton of, like, obviously it doesn't give us like any real direct benefits. Whoa, it's Fatty City over here. Come on, what's going on? That's no use to us. We don't want red hearts unless we can get Dark Bum. Then I'll take all the red hearts we can find. Just a load of poop going on. No one knows poop like Dead Baby knows poop. I really like his tear animation. It's like his head banging. It's a bit less so from there, but from here it's like, wah, what's going on? I'm Dead Baby. Blue Dead Baby. I really appreciate the change they made in this game to on when you have a Curse of the Labyrinth. Both of the item room shops are open. In Classic Isaac, or I guess in Wrath of the Lamb, when they introduced curses, we got the tear shot's pretty good, and it looks terrifying here. Look at it, it's like he's got, I guess that's maybe like above his nose, but it looks like another tooth. I think it's because it's like photoshopped a weird mouth onto him or something. That's, well, not photoshopped, but you know, added a weird mouth. I don't think we can afford to take an entire blue heart damage, realistically. So let's get up and fight our boss. What was I saying? Oh yeah, in the original Wrath of the Lamb, you had to... it would lock both of the rooms. If you had a Curse of the Labyrinth, it would lock both item rooms. Now they're both unlocked, which is really, like, in every way, a much better state for us as the player. You can see we're shooting out these occasional teeth with Tough Love. Tough Love's a good strong item. The more you can get your luck up, the better. And obviously we've got Lucky Foot, which is beneficial to us. I don't know how much it affects our luck stat directly. That's a fantastic first item. The old pentagram. Damage up. Don't mind if I do. And we can take on Monstro here. He's got a couple of friends. We'll have to try and deal with them. Remember, because we're Blue Baby, we actually don't have to worry about taking red heart damage. Because, well, we don't have any red hearts. So we should be guaranteed to deal with the devil here. The kind of downside to that is we still have to worry about taking any damage. Because we don't have any recoverable health. At least not directly recoverable. So, there you go. We take a damage like that. It's not ideal. Now these tooth shots, they do a lot of damage. It's a big chunk when you get them to pop. But, man, we took a third hit there. That was unnecessary. Crikey. But there we go. There's our devil room. The problem is, because we took so many hits, we're probably not going to be able to afford a devil deal. Although, Honestly, would we have taken it and left ourselves on 1 heart? Maybe not. Maybe not. But we can take Samson's lock for the rage. We can take this pill. Speed down. That'll do us well. Oh man, Guppy's collar though. It will kill us if we take it. But it would guarantee us... I would actually have taken this if I'd had full health. Because it could give us the chance to come back alive. But no joy, no dice. Let's just hope for the best. Not going to open 2 gold chests when we've only got 1 key. I mean, we literally can't open 2 gold chests. But even if we'd had 2 keys, I don't think it would have been worth our while. At least not yet. We'll keep getting our poop value. Might as well make the most of it. That 2-shot makes a real mess on the floor. Not quite sure why that is. Like it shatters. It's a nice effect, but it kind of clutters the place up a bit. Look at it. Teeth are meant to be, you know, one of the strongest parts of the body. They live on. Well, they live on. But they survive like after you die. They're the bit that sort of survives, doesn't rot away. And yet, apparently, these teeth no good at all. I mean, you can see, look, we've still got quite a cracking set of gnashers, even though we're clearly been dead for some time. As the blue baby. But his teeth are in impeccable condition. The orthodontist would be very happy to see us. Not like old Sloth over here. He's been very lazy, hasn't brushed his teeth at all in the last few weeks, and it's really showing. You've got to be more careful with your teeth. You've only got 1... Well, I suppose you've got 2 sets, technically. You get your milk teeth and then your real teeth. But you should be careful. Don't take your teeth for granted, I guess is what I'm saying. Because you never know when they might come back to bite you. Oh, there you go. There's today's pun for the day. I was going to contemplate using that 2 of spades then for double keys, but I feel like we should wait until we're right about to use a key, because if a key drops like that, it's going to work very well for us. Oops. Bit of an unnecessary hit there, but we'll live with it. We don't have much of a choice, but we'll get by. It's not too bad. Very cautious of these flies. There we go. Gone. Lovely. I'm ignoring the item room on purpose so that we can deal with so we can get as many keys as possible before we go to our item room. Now I probably will take the item room before I fight the boss, just because I don't think our damage is great right now, and it would be good to buff it up with whatever's in that item room. So we'll just check down here. I guess we can check for a bomb. Not check for a bomb, but check the old thingy room. I don't even remember what it's called. 2 of spades. Boom. There we go. 6 keys. 6 keys is a decent chunk. We could actually check the shop with 6 keys. I think that's reasonable. Here's our secret room. I was gonna say watch it have a key in it, but I don't think we should pick this up, because, you know, 1 poop probably not gonna make a world of difference. If we find a good item in that item room, say if we found like a Book of Revelations, it would be a great time for it. I don't think we want to spend 3 cents on a bomb. I think we're okay. Like that's an acceptable deal, certainly, but we do have 2 bombs. There's not too much we want to blow up right now, so I think we're okay just to move on. Just go on with our lives and say no thank you, Mr. Shopkeeper. I appreciate the deal you're offering me. But, you know, it's like when I go to the shops. Oh, you see, we could have got that extra key. That was poor value. Should definitely have checked that room first. When you go to the shops and, you know, you see stuff on half price and you think, well, you know, like, I wouldn't normally buy that. You see some delicious biscuits, and you go, well, I wouldn't normally buy those. They are delicious biscuits, but not the kind of delicious biscuits I'd usually get, and I don't really like holy water, but it's what was on offer, so we'll take it. And you think, your natural instinct is, well, I should take these because they're half price, you know? But if you wouldn't have bought them anyway, then you're still paying, you know, you're paying for something you're not going to use. So it's kind of a false economy, really, where you think, oh, this is good value because I'm getting my delicious biscuits fill. I do not like fighting Gurley Jr. ever. Oh my gosh, he's going to kill me. Whoa. No, he's not. I'm determined not to die to Gurley Jr. Oh dear. Deary me. Well, we do get a deal with the devil. It's not going to be useful unless it's Krampus, I suppose. Bombs are key. I don't hate that, but I don't love it either. Lord of the Pit, we can't take. Would have been great to get some kind of deal with the Angel Room with a relic in it. I guess let's check in here. Sometimes a health upgrade. Definitely can't be going in that curse room right now. Come on, Wrath. You're gonna drop it? Oh God, no! I didn't see the rock in the corner. It was a stealth trap. Okay, right. This is what, attempt number 5 now with Blue Baby. Like, we can definitely do it. We just need to be careful. I'm just not being careful enough. I lost far too many careless hearts there. I was too busy thinking about half price delicious biscuits, you know. And I guess we got biscuit all over our face. That's not a saying. That's not a thing people say. It's egg on your face. In fact, eggs would have been a better example because I don't really eat eggs very often. And so, you know, I wouldn't, on my normal shop, I wouldn't buy eggs. Look at that. It's meant to be. I wouldn't normally buy eggs on my day-to-day shop, but you go and you think, oh, the eggs are half price, so maybe I should get some eggs. Well, don't get those eggs, because I'll tell you what, like, you wouldn't have bought eggs anyway, so it's a complete waste of, now I've got to use these 6 eggs, and I've paid, like, you know, like 60p for the half price eggs, or, you know, that's quite cheap eggs. I like to buy the nice free-range organic eggs, so half price, you know, maybe you're looking at, you know, like 80p, 90p. And you go, well, okay, that's great, but I've still spent almost £1 on eggs that normally I just wouldn't have bought, and wouldn't have had to then also find a way to use up 6 eggs. And maybe I have a delicious omelette and a scrambled eggs for breakfast one day, and maybe I have, you know, maybe I make some brownies or something. I don't even know I kind of don't know what else you do with eggs. To be honest, that's how infrequently I eat eggs. Have a fried egg sandwich, maybe. But you know, you just don't buy the eggs. You've stick to the shopping you knew you were gonna do from the start. Don't be fooled in. Don't be lured in by deals. That's where they get you in the supermarket. Is they nab you in with these deals that you don't actually really want, but you think they're too good to pass up. I'd love to break that tinted rock, but sadly, we have no bombs. Which is a bit of a shame. But never mind, we'll take on Dingle nonetheless. He's summoning the hell out of these poops. We're taking a lot of damage. Yet again, despite me saying we need to not take damage, I'm still doing it. I'm continuing to do it. I feel like Blue Baby doesn't have great starting stats. His starting item's not great, although you could make the argument that it's better than your average starting item of nothing. But, you know, we know how many good starting items there are in Isaac. And what Blue Baby has is not one of them. I'm not going to say it's the worst item in the game, because I think there's definitely worse items out there. Like, one pooper room is okay. You could even use it strategically if you like strategic poop placement. You know, and I'm talking about putting it down in a fight to stop to cut off one of the enemy's routes to you. I'm not talking about strategically like pooping on your housemate's floor, or I guess that would be your floor. Strategically, like pooping on someone's floor to, you know, to see if they'll deal with it. You know, you're trying to get your housemate to move out because maybe you don't get on with them, and they're very friendly, or you know, they're very, it's a good deal for them, so they don't want to leave. But you don't really want them there, and so you try everything, and you're like, oh, I don't want to just tell them to get out. So then you're like, well, maybe I won't wash the dishes. Maybe I'll just poop on the floor, and perhaps they'll just think, oh, I can't live with this, and they'll leave, and you don't have to deal with that awkward situation. Well, maybe just don't poop on the floor. You know, maybe just speak to them. That's probably a better idea. But when it comes to, if it comes to you feeling you need to poop on the floor, maybe there's bigger issues that you need to address. And certainly if you're prepared to poop on your own floor just to get someone out. Talk about biting your nose off to spite your face. Pooping on your own floor to spite your neighbour, or to spite your dodgy roommate. Don't do it. But you can't push TNT around, can you? I feel like I've addressed this before and said that it would be good to push it around. Okay, we got a key. That's good. That's gonna let us explore a little bit more till we get in our first item room on attempt number 6. I'm feeling pretty confident. I was gonna say feeling pretty cocky, but I'm definitely not after 2 failed runs. But there we go. The parasite. That's a nice item for us. Gives us a nice little parasite just riding around on our head. Look at that. What a happy guy. I do realise that almost every episode I've talked extensively about poop, and you know, that's not intentional. That's just kind of how Isaac goes. I feel I'd love to have a bomb to spend on that, but I don't want to spend a key and potentially, like, on the chance of getting a bomb, and then 5 cents if we do find a bomb. Like, I don't think that's necessarily in our best interests. Okay, very, very cautious of this. I'm trying to stick to 1 gurgling for now. Our damage, look how low our damage is. Like, the parasite is good for crowd control, but man, like, it doesn't necessarily solve you having some just garbage items. What it is doing here against the gurglings is it is helping us control these flies much more simply, and also still get some damage off on the boss a lot of the time. But it doesn't really stop the fact that our damage is pretty garbage, and we need to sort that out, because we can't be dealing with that. You know, this is not going to cut it. This might cut it on Cellar 1, but it's not going to cut it on Cellar 2, or even Basement 2. It might cut it on Basement 2. Growth hormones, speed and damage up. That's gonna help us a little bit. There's still no bomb, so I guess there's not really any reason to spend any more time on this floor. Let's get down to the Basement 2. Oh, an arcade, lovely. This could be a good way to spend our money. There's an interesting setup here. Like, we need quite a lot of bombs, I think, to get through. Maybe just 1 to get through here, I think. We popped it right here. But then you'd need at least 2, maybe 3 bombs to get into that corner chest. And that's quite a big investment. We maybe do want to spend some time here, but not right now, not with 12 cents. I always like to open it up, because I think it is worthwhile checking in the arcade, and oftentimes it will drop a coin when you go in, so that can be worthwhile anyway. That growth hormones definitely has put us in a slightly better position. I feel like you just need that first item, just to give you enough of a push to keep going. I guess we should probably go into our item room quickly. We got the speed is nice too. I actually don't know what this is. This is like a perfume or something. Mum's perfume, and it's a fish. Oh, okay. That's quite pleasant. We can sneak by those, so that's not too bad. Looks like it's like, you see that like perfumey coloured shot. Very fragrant. There's the fear effect. The purple fear effect. I wonder if we can actually get this through the corner. I think you maybe can, but I'm not going to sit here and spend ages doing it. I will probably blow up that tinted rock. I will definitely blow up that tinted rock now, because we have 3 bombs. Thanks very much. And another double bomb and a spirit heart. That's great. That's just fantastic. And I love to go into our shop. Which is weird to say, because we still only have 12 cents. But I would still probably quite like to go in our shop. I'm very cautious of bonies coming out of there. Just having a little peer around, make sure I'm not missing anything obvious. Here's Monstro, doing Monstro stuff. Bit of tactical poop down. Wasn't really the most tactical poop given that we then immediately blew it up. Like a tactical poop normally you would expect to actually use it. Is the Monstro trying to run away from us? You can't get away, Monstro. Come here, get over here, you lovable lump. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that hit us. And no health upgrade either, which is probably okay because we are blue, baby. A blue chest is fine. I'd love 2 guppy items, but obviously we can't afford it with what we've got now. And unless we get 2 sets of balls of steel pills. Luck down. Okay, well, luck up didn't serve us too well on the previous runs. Let's have a look for the secret room. I feel like that's probably a good bet. Could get ourselves some kind of health upgrade from that. Diddle diddle diddle. A pill, explosive diarrhea. Oh man, we could have got it up on the mushrooms. But we managed to get 1. No keys for this. And a heart. Great. Thanks, game. Really showing us the way there. Okay, well, let's progress on. It wasn't the most exciting of floors, but we're slowly getting it done. I don't even remember what we got from our item room that time. Oh, we got the fear shot. There we go. The game's answered it for me. Thankfully, these guys don't have quite the range to get us from all the way over there. Gonna fear them to get them away from us. There we go. Clear you out. And then the old charging Larry Jr. He's so fast. Got to be real careful. Thankfully, he's feared at the moment, so probably not going to charge us down. These guys obviously aren't going to charge us down when they're feared either. We've got decent speed. I like that. I would love a bit more damage. I would actually kind of love a higher fire rate. We're not actually putting out a great density of tears right now. I would definitely love a better use spacebar item, a use item, but like that's not essential because we do have a use bar. We do have a spacebar item, even though it's not a good spacebar item. Like I'll take a mediocre spacebar item over, you know, and a good passive item. Even though it's not a good spacebar item, just having one means that getting another one is less of a priority. Like it's always good to have something in that slot for versatility, but you don't necessarily need it. Now, if we could get that TNT, that would have been a great TNT. Sadly didn't work out, but it does clear the room out a little bit. Just get this one last dude. And there we go. Sort that out. Poop again. Alternatively, you know, I'd like some kind of protection. Protection items would be fantastic. This guy spits at us, which is kind of terrifying. Okay, that definitely makes me feel a lot better about where we're at. And again, down into this long room, put a tactical poop in. Looks like this room's just going to be one of these. I want to get as far through as I can. Oh, I was hoping to get all the way through. I got a bit greedy there. I should have stopped. But I figured I'd get the whole way through the room without taking any hits. Sadly, I didn't. A bomb for a red chest is probably worthwhile, especially if we put it here. It doesn't seem like we got anything. I don't know if we actually would have hit it. And an angel room. And scapular is going to work for us real well. It's going to work. In fact, no, it won't work. It will give us a spirit heart, I think, whenever we're hit. The first time in a room, I think. Because we don't have the... If it does, then that's fantastic. Okay, it doesn't actually work. Right, well, okay, that's good to know. I was hoping it would, because I was like, well, technically we're on less than half a heart. So it should work out for us, but I guess it doesn't. So that's another useless item then. In our run of useless items so far. I'd love to get in the shop. I'd love to get in our item room. So I guess the thing I'd want more than anything right now is just some keys. Just some lovely keys. to open some doors in our life, really, to make some lovely progression. Well, something gave us a spirit heart there. Did we just pick up a spirit heart? I'm not sure. Quite frankly, I don't know what's going on. I wish I could be more creative than that, but I have no idea. I think we'll probably want to go into our... We'll probably want to go into our item room first before our... Sorry, into the shop first before the item room, because there's a chance we could buy an item and a key. I'm keeping this thing small, but I'm not being able to actually shoot it down. There we go. Right, well, let's get... I guess, you know, we could go in there and get a bomb. Not really. A bomb for a bomb is fair, but fair is not really what we need right now. Let's get in the shop, see what we can get. Oh, will I take... I don't really want the treasure map, to be honest. I'll take a key and I'll take a spirit heart. Spirit heart's a bit more protection, and then the key will let us get into the item room. Now, obviously, we don't want to charge through here this time. Taking it very cautiously. It's better safe than sorry, you know. You know the old adage, you're no fools. I mean, if you were fools, you wouldn't be watching me. You wouldn't understand these witty... I don't even like Monstro's Tooth. Do I like... I'll take it, why not? I ought to give it a shot. I haven't spent much time with it in Rebirth. And the poop has really not paid anything out for us. We got a luck down pill. We haven't had a petrified poop. I feel like maybe this is going to be a better all-around bet. It might give us something. Whereas the poop so far has really given us nothing but wasting some time. It's been fun. I like shooting poop. Don't get me wrong. Double Widow, scary stuff. Monstro, you missed, you dingus. How could you do this to me? I can't believe you would do this to me. Try and get rid of this spider thing here. Oh, we fear-shotted them away. I wondered where they'd gone. It turned out they were just afraid. No need to fear us, Widow. We're here to have fun. We're here to make friends. Well, I don't know. Maybe we're not. Maybe we're really here to escape our mum. You know, not to make friends. But if we can make friends along the way, isn't that always a good thing? Don't we always want to make some friends if we can? Even if it's not the original goal of our trip. It's like you go on holiday, you know, you're there to have a good time. But if you make a friend along the way, you're not going to complain. At least you shouldn't. We get a heart. No devil deal, looks like. Never mind. Down we go. We could have looked for the secret room, but we didn't. Caves 2. We're making some progression, I guess. We've still not got... I would still love really anything that would kind of just really buff this run up. Something like a... you know, just a mum's knife or a brimstone. One of those like real powerful items that's just going to actually actively change our run for the better. One of those things that... I don't want to say it's necessarily a win run. We did unlock the fetus in the jar. I'd maybe take that, although that's a little bit risky when you don't have health. Like a health regen ability, so I'd want something like a Book of Revelations with that, because you don't have as much protection with Dr. Fetus because of the way the bombs fly out. 2 of diamonds is going to double our coins. That's going to be pretty good when we get to the shop. We're not currently at the shop, so that shouldn't be a primary concern, but we'll be there soon enough. And when we are, well, boy oh boy, will it be time. Definitely don't want to spend our 1 key on a gold chest that then is going to have us fighting bosses. Watch out for these bony fellas. As ever, always a real threat. Just trying to think what else we might like, to be honest. Definitely would like some more tears up, but more of the priority would be some overly powerful effect that's going to really buff our damage up and or our regeneration situation. Regeneration Situation is also the name of my electro punk band. Ba-dum bum bum. Just so many fat dudes. Okay, we cleared those guys out. Spelunker's hat. Nah, you know, like that's okay. The thing I really don't like about Spelunker's hat is that it doesn't let us in the door. Because I want to get in the door. Like maybe that's too much to ask for, but I'm a busy man. Like I haven't got a lot of bombs to spend. Get me in that door. You know, it's nice enough. You show me where you are, but then you're not gonna let me in. Health up. I'll take that. It's only a single spirit heart, but better than nothing. Let's go in here. And that's actually gonna work out pretty well with the 9 of diamonds. There's a fair chunk of change. That's like 20. There's another 10, so another 20 cents out of that room. We'll check over here before we... Well, we can't actually go in the shop at the moment because we don't have the keys. Should have thought about that before we went in our item room. Be a little bit galling if we couldn't get in the shop. Man. I figured we probably could get through there, and I think maybe we could have done if we'd been a little bit smoother about it. That's a room I really do not like, and I'm kind of sad that our shop's on the other side of it, because it's going to be difficult to get back with kind of guarantee. Good job, Monstro. You did the work. You put in the time. You hopefully didn't do the crime. A pill. We'll take a pill. Does mean we have to walk very, very carefully. But we're professionals, and also we have an analog stick. It's one of the things where it's a little bit... Keyboard, obviously, it's a kind of a double-edged sword, right? Because if you have the keyboard... I don't love that, but it's okay. If you have the keyboard, then you can guarantee that you'll walk straight instead of at a weird angle. But with the controller, you have the pace control, so you can walk slowly. And I think that's probably better. Right, we kind of want to clear out the room first if we can. I think this might be the one that doesn't shoot and just summons flies. There we go, good job, Monstro. I thought he was jumping out after us for a second there. I was a little bit scared. But I think having the parasite effect's really helping us here, because it's letting us kind of do some supplemental damage to all the enemies around old Gertie. So here we can just take these out and it will hit the it will still hit Gertie, even though we're whoa, almost took an unnecessary clip there. And there we go, lovely. And we get an angel room, which is kind of good. That's kind of what I want. HP up is acceptable. The old bandage. And, ooh, the Holy Grail. Flight and more health. Which is nice. For sure. I appreciate that. I might use a couple of bombs on here. Try and grab ourselves some more spirit hearts. A bit more survivability. You might think that's kind of reckless, but honestly, like, the bombs aren't super useful. The survivability kind of is super useful. I will definitely go in here with our final bomb. Remember, we can go to our shop. Ooh, a Sin Heart. What a lovely room. Oh, crikey. I forgot we had flying, and I was like, oh no, I've just walked onto spikes. But no, we have flying, so it's fine. And in fact, this means we can just get out of this room and we don't need to worry about it. Having flying is definitely going to be a huge help. I'd love to get in our shop, and I don't think there's a way for us to do it. Although we could go into the curse room now, because we can fly in for free. That's going to open up that, which is fantastic. And we do get a bomb, and we do get a key, which is exactly really what we needed. I'll take that half heart for what we got out of that room. Thanks very much. And we'll get into our shop. And the deck of cards is, I think that's probably better. Let's use our 2 of diamonds before we go anywhere else. 52 coins. Great, grab this. We'll grab a thing and we'll grab ourselves a key and we'll move on. We don't need to put things in the donation box right now. Get over here. And what we will do is we'll pop in here and we'll use our thing to get an Empress card. And then we'll use it again and get ourselves a Moon card. Well, the Moon card is not very useful because we have... In fact, no, I think it's actually maybe more useful than the Empress. The Empress is just a damage buff. Whereas this will get us in to the secret room. Even though, hypothetically, we still can just go into the secret room. It serves two functions. We can get out of a curse room for free. Combined with our free entry to the curse room from having the flight. That's pretty good synergy. And also, it saves us a bomb, which would otherwise we'd have to spend to get into the curse room in the first place. So I think all in all, like, that's a pretty good use of the Moon card. Like, the thing I always forget about, I'm like, oh, I don't need a Moon card, I can find the secret room myself. And you can, but not only does it cost a bomb to get in there, but also you can use it to get out of a situation like a mob trap room, or more specifically a curse room, where, you know, you're guaranteed to take damage. Now you can get out of it without taking any damage, and that's a pretty nifty deal all around. Boom. Couple of pills. Amnesia. Don't like that one bit, but I'll take a health up pill for sure. Now we've got to remember where we've been, which is a little bit awkward. I know where I'm going, but I don't know where I've been. As a famous poet once said. And we'll try and take out these zombies, but they're a little bit awkward right now. Hopefully the fear shot will actually work in our favour here, because when they're feared, they will of course run away from us, which is exactly what we want. So if we can get a fear shot off, it seems to be very, very low chance at the moment of actually receiving that fear shot. But when we can get it off, it's going to do us a wondrous favour. There we go, look at that. Look at this. Perfect. That worked out just as I would have wanted. Try and take these brains out. We can go over the creep with our flying. I think we're in a much better spot now. We still have to be very careful, because we can't afford to take silly damage. So now, with this much survivability, I would definitely love... And the deck of cards does offer us potentially more survivability. The thing I'd love now is more damage. Whether that comes in the form of a unique item, like one of the mega items, whether that comes in the form of something simple like a, you know, proptosis, or a polyphemus, or whether it's like a mum's knife, or whether it's just like torn photo, something with something that's going to give us a nice straight more tears coming out all over the floor. We got another Empress card. Is a good card, one we maybe want to take with us. Libra is an interesting one. Going to balance us out. It's going to take away some of our speed. We were going quite quickly, but the benefit of that is it will buff us up. Now, some people really don't like Libra. I think it's actually okay. Although I'm already kind of regretting the loss of speed, but not desperately so. I'll blow up some of these skulls in the hope of a card. The world. I used the world card when I had amnesia. I thought maybe it would work. It didn't work. Bear that in mind for future if you're playing Isaac Rebirth. And don't do what I did. We'll get the extra power here. It's not the best use of the Empress, but these guys are kind of threatening. And lets us deal with them a little bit more simply. A little bit more straightforward than normal. We can go back and get our moon card in a second anyway. There we go. We grab a coin and we go in here, probably the shop. It is in fact the shop. Well, we can take the starter deck, the deck of extra card room. It is starter deck, is what it's called. And I'll take this, and I might even take a key, because we're on depth 1 anyway. So we don't have too far to go. I don't think we necessarily need too much stuff. We can take the moon. Moon over Wheel of Fortune, I guess. I don't really know. Man, so you can see I'm lost because I'm going the way I've just come. I think we need to go down here. We do indeed. And this is potentially quite a nice room. Again, we can use our fear shots to our advantage. There we go. Just try and take these guys out one at a time. A nice battery drop by that guy, which could come in handy for us. The Rebirth did give us extra damage. The downside is that it took some of our speed away, and we're getting hit a little bit because of that. I would love a bit more speed, and it will continue to do that. The thing with Rebirth is it continues to do the balancing even after you've taken it. So every item if we take a damage up, it will turn into like a small all stats up, which is okay actually. Like, it can be really good if you get certain things. If we find soy milk, it's actually fantastic, because soy milk is kind of one of those interesting items that can like just leave you in a world of trouble if you're not careful. But having its huge stat buff to the stat being for like shot speed, or fire rate rather, this huge buff to fire rate, and then suddenly you apply that to all your stats evenly instead. It's actually really, really valuable. Okay, so we got the fear shot off, so that guy ran away from us. We get another key. That'll come in handy. Now we need to sort of head downwards somewhat. I know there's a battery in here, but I kind of want to save it until we've already got a charge of our item. And we should be able to get one charge of this before we run out. What's cards here? 2 of spades. We'll use that now. That should be enough keys to last us pretty much the rest of the run. So I don't think we necessarily need to worry about that. We'll moon into there because there's not too much else to worry about. 2 of clubs we'll use before we leave. High priestess, tower. We'll bop the wheel of fortune down. We'll take the high priestess and I guess the tower card, although we probably won't leave the tower card with us. See if we can get a spirit heart or an item out of this. What do we get here? Another high priestess. An emperor I will definitely take. Princess in another castle. You're playing it wrong. Give me the controller. I know that feeling. We'll take the ace of spades because we don't have a trinket anyway. And the wiggle worm. Maybe we'll take the wiggle worm. That seems like it would be okay. I feel like we've got so many cards and we've got a card focused item. So having the ace of spades isn't super necessary. It might just actually cause more problems than it solves. I know where we are. I had to think about that for a brief second. And we don't want to take that until we've fought our boss. We got loads of bombs, so we could actually use them to blow up these. See if we get ourselves a dry baby. I don't mind if I do. That's very nice. I don't think we've seen dry baby previously. I guess we don't need to take the Emperor card. This is a depth 1, so we can use both our cards here. And I'll wait until he's like jumps, just in case something weird happens here, and then we'll bash that down for big damage. We got the fear shot, which is good for us. Gotta be careful we don't get hit there. And there we go. Oh, I took a hit unnecessarily. Okay. But nevertheless, we got a devil card. We got a 2 of hearts, which is not useful for us at all. So we'll swap that out for really anything. Emperor card is definitely something we're going to want. But we'll take this down to the next floor before we use the charge. Because then the card will be on this floor, which is more useful to us. We got an Empress and a Devil. I guess we'll use the Empress in here, maybe. See what's in here. Why not? We got Empress, so we'll be okay. Interesting, we've changed from Blue Baby into regular sort of Isaac white colour now. Our stats seem okay. Dry Baby is going to block shots for us. If you don't know what he does, he blocks shots, and then after he's blocked a certain amount of shots, he does like a Necronomicon effect, which is damaging all the enemies in the room. Just kind of like that, basically. Which is a nifty little touch. And he will, I think, take the brimstone hits like that. If you can position him in front of shots, like stand behind him, he can be really potent. Although obviously against Monstro 2 that's not going to function, because Monstro fires that brimstone, and it's not going to work against the brimstone laser because it's a laser and it goes through everything. Still, it's a great item. There it is, going off again. And actually, every time it goes off, I think I've been hit, but I haven't. That means Dry Baby's been hit a lot, and he's dealing some decent damage for us. I think he's a really good item. He does block a lot of damage. We definitely want to make sure we don't have that item on, because we don't want to use it unnecessarily. These guys I'm not a big fan of. You kind of got to just bait them into coming up like that. If you run towards them and then back off just before you get there, they'll usually back away. And one's going to re-roll everything we have. I don't think we really want to be doing that, but I'd actually do favour this over the Wiggle Worm, because it's going to give us more of a chance to get an Angel Room. And an Angel Room's probably better than a Devil Room in the current situation we're in. I'd kind of like to blow up some of those fires, so I might do that. Gosh, I got myself in a really stupid position there. Magician is an okay card, but I don't think we really need it desperately. Okay, I was very cautious of that blue fire. And, you know, maybe I shouldn't have been. But I think it's good to be cautious. Look at this. Fantastic. Loads of health. I say, knowing that I'll probably be dead soon. As soon as I feel comfortable with my health situation. I definitely feel like we're in a better place now. For some reason, I always find it easier the further we go in. I know you get you get more items, but I tend to struggle early on. Almost always in Isaac, kind of regardless of what I'm doing. Get a bomb. Go on, you can pay out more than that. I believe in you, Judgment. Come on, Judgment, baby. I shouldn't have taken the rotten meat. That was half a health. I should have taken it, but not yet. I should have waited a little bit longer. Cards everywhere. The Sun is a great one. The Lovers is not. Oh, I didn't even see. I wasn't even paying enough attention to see that guy. What do we get over here? Empress. And we got an Emperor. We got a Devil. Definitely don't want the Lovers. So let's get the Devil. Let's go use the Devil like in this room. I think the Devil's more powerful than the Empress actually, so maybe we should have used the Empress. No, actually, I'm not sure about that. The Empress gives you the effect of the Whore of Babylon, whereas the other one, the Devil card is a Book of Belial, as we just saw. So it's kind of touch and go on which of those is better. The battery's pretty good, but we can't afford it anyway. Maybe we just put our money in the donation machine before we go fight the boss. Just get in this corner. There we go. Cheeky corner hiding. Would actually been better over one of those other corners probably. That gives you a little bit more freedom of movement. And we'll pop our thing here. See what we get. High Priestess. You got to be careful with High Priestess because it will stomp on Isaac if you use it at the wrong time. The Empress will definitely use again, of course, once we've been in here. Oh my goodness. Alright, what's going on? Joker. 2 of Hearts. 2 of Hearts. Okay, well 2 of Hearts and 2 of Hearts. We'll use the Joker card. We'll get our Angel Room, which is no use to us now, but maybe useful if we find stuff down the line. Death. Judgment. Let's use Judgment in here, I guess. No coins, no nothing. Okay, right, well let's use Empress in here. Lovely, lovely. Take a bit of damage unnecessarily. Now a key. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's grab the Death card. I'm trying to make the use of all these cards, and you don't really need to do that, but Like, I feel like I like to do that. Just like it's good practice. Okay, great stuff. We'll check our item room in a second. We'll be sure to do that. Gotta watch out for these hands coming down, of course. There we go. We can grab this. And we'll check the secret room. Do-ba-do-do-do. It's a lovely... No, it's Card City today. Like, wow. I've never seen so many cards. I've never seen so many cards in a single run, I don't think. Death we'll use, and then we'll take the... The thing is, the Sun card doesn't heal us. So basically it just functions as damage. I want to take an Emperor card with us. So we'll take the Sun and the Emperor. I was going to go back and get that other Sun, but obviously we don't need to now. Would love to blow this guy up and get like Magic Mushroom. No Magic Mushroom. Sadly. I guess we could blow these up. Like, it's not terrible. Another card. Another Joker card that's not actually especially useful. Although, maybe it's better to take than the Sun. The Sun's good damage. But the Joker card on the next floor will get us a Devil Room. Or Angel Room. I think this is the better play. It's a tight call though. I'm a little torn on that. Providing we believe in our skills, which I do of course believe in myself, then the... if we had a load of health, like red hearts, then the Sun would be the better take. But because it's a guaranteed full heal. But it's not a guaranteed full heal when you don't have any red hearts and can never get red hearts. All it is damage and a map reveal, which is not bad. But I think honestly we'd be better off with the guaranteed Devil Room, which could actually pay out with something nice, or it could even be an Angel Room. Remember, we're going to see an Angel Room here most likely. Oh, we're not, because we've already... now this is maybe where we might want to use the Angel card. Oh, sorry, we might as well go to the Angel Room. It's a guaranteed 3 Spirit Hearts. I like that well enough as a use. And we'll get down to the next floor. And remember, we've still got that Emperor card. So we can still get down to Sheol if we manage to beat Mum's heart. We get the stars, which would take us to the item room. Sadly, there's no item room. Oh, I actually just didn't want to fight this. But I was interested in... Hermit versus... What is this? The Empress. That's maybe a better card. But we have to fight if we want to use it. Whoa. Maybe I should have just used the Empress card. I guess... Can you come back in here? I guess you probably can do. Maybe we could have just boinked our way out and then come back in and pick the item up. But whatever. We're here now. We're fighting. We're fighting old Loki. Which is okay. I don't super love the random teleport cards, but maybe they're actually a good idea. What's our other card? Emperor. We want to keep the Emperor. Because we want to keep the Emperor to get us through... most likely to get us through Sheol, although maybe to get us through the Dark Room. If we feel confident enough in our damage to get through Sheol the traditional way. We do have a lot of health. The thing is, we don't actually have a good way of guaranteeing Spirit Heart drops. But we do have a lot of health. The Chariot card's fantastic. Might be better than the Empress card, to be honest. So let's use the Empress card. And then we'll pick up the Chariot card as a safe way of getting around. If we run into real trouble. Okay, on we go. Feeling much better about where we're at. I'd still love... I would love just... I mean, because we've got Libra, it kind of doesn't matter what we get as long as it's generally stats up. I would love Soy Milk because that is an actual real, like, super good synergy with Libra. But if we don't get that, I'm okay with it. So, could kind of go, ooh, who gets head? theoretically doubles our damage. I guess kind of doesn't technically double our damage. Now what we should do here is we should grab one of these teleport cards, get in, grab whatever's on offer, get out. It's not going to take us to a shop because there's no shop. But not too shabby. It takes us, I think, back to maybe the starting room. We'll take that chariot card and we'll head on our merry way. Plenty of options here. I feel pretty good about where we're at. I still don't... Again, I would like to be more survivable. I would like, you know, like a Gimpy or something, although that's kind of an awkward one to get, because it generally comes from Devil Deal rooms, and I don't think we're going to be seeing too many of those. Dry Baby doing work for us again, as ever. Always consistent, that Dry Baby. And well, I still don't know how to recognise the tinted rocks in the womb. I ought to just look that up and see if someone's explained it. I'll use this so we get the charge, because I realised I hadn't used it. We get the charge out of this monstro fight. We get the chariot, or we got temperance. I don't really want temperance. Like, it's okay, you could use it in combination with chariot. Get some free money, but how much money do we need? Not really that much money. We don't have a great use for money right now. So let's just bang our way into the secret room. Another card is always welcome. No magic mushroom? No magic mushroom. Okay. That's fine, I can live with that. Just gonna have a sip of water. With those early deaths, this has been a pretty long episode, but I'm glad we stuck with it because it's finally paying off. Our damage is getting pretty big now, for sure. I feel like soy milk would really be like a real deal sealer. Oh, look at the damage of that. Whoa, did still take a hit. Pentagram, fantastic. We had to go in here and... Dead Dove is not super great for us. I mean, it does give us Spectral Tears, which is fairly welcome. Oh, balls, I used my... Oh, that's terrible. I used my Emperor card by accident. I meant to use a bomb and get some Spirit Hearts. And I pushed the wrong bumper. And now instead of getting Spirit Hearts... Oh, thank goodness for the Emperor card. At least we haven't wasted our Emperor card. But what we have wasted is the potential to get Spirit Hearts out of that Angel room. Which is kind of a shame, really. Now, I reckon the... Should be about here, the door. I always have trouble judging it on these long rooms. I have trouble judging how far in the door should be. I guess it should be here then, maybe? I mean, there is a room here, right? We got loads of bombs to test it. There we go. It was a lot deeper in than I anticipated, and it was not worth going to. But never mind. We'll progress on. We've got good health. Would have been better if we could have blown up those blue hearts or blue fires. But never mind, we've made it on. We're still making great progress. We can get in here, looks like a library. And there's a lovely poop. Someone's pooped in this library, which is particularly bad form. You know, you get a late book fine. You go, well, I'm not paying this. I'm just going to poop on the floor instead. Don't do it. Treat your library with respect. I'm not going to stand for that. Whoa. Didn't see that guy coming out. But come out he did. I want to get into that boss fight room, actually. This guy is toast, I'm afraid. I'm not going to be able to knock that bomb out of the way. Sorry about that, chat. We'll grab these. Always a chance of like a sweet guppy item. No sweet guppy items. Just sadness and a bomb. Neither of which are things I particularly like. But they're things I'm going to have to accept. Crikey, I thought I actually was far enough away to get away with that. Turns out I wasn't quite far enough away to get away with that. But, not to worry. We're doing solid damage now. It's really starting to pick up. The only problem here is we're not super survivable, which I've said a couple of times. I would love something just to buff up our survivability. I would have thought the negative would have worked, but I guess it doesn't work for Blue Baby. Should it not work for Blue Baby? I don't know. I feel like it should give us invincibility when we get hit, but it doesn't appear to be doing. Which is a shame. Because I like myself some invincibility. Free cheeky tactics is always welcome on my book. Or by my book, I suppose. I want to take out that champion guy as a massive priority. I'd love Dark Bum, because we're getting a lot of red hearts. And Dark Bum would be super fantastic at dealing with those red hearts. Another flying item. I'm not even going to take that. You know, I should take it actually, because I haven't had it before. It wouldn't even let me take it. Also, it kind of minimises the look of our hitbox, which is kind of nice. The Fool is an okay card to have, but again, look, we're taking some damage. I think we'll still make it through this floor, okay? But this doesn't pose well, or it doesn't bode well for our chances of getting through Sheol, which I'd quite like to do if we can. We did apparently already go in that room, and I'd already forgotten because it was so underwhelming. I'll actually leave the Fool card on because we use it by accident. I'd rather use the Fool card by accident than use... I'm just going to put a bomb on this big clump of rocks here. They look kind of exciting. I really don't know how to tell what it looks like when there's a tinted rock. So I'm just blowing everything up. I'm kind of hoping for the best, I guess. Nope, nothing. Nothing at all. Okay. Oh, I'll keep my eyes out. I think it might have a cross on it like a normal tinted rock. But I'm not even certain about that, to be honest. If you do know, drop me a comment. I'll probably just look it up because I've been talking about it. And so I'll probably just go and find out for myself what it does. Because I need to know. And I think I'm not going to work it out anytime soon. Unless I come across one. Because it's possible I'm just missing them right now. But it's also possible that I'm not coming across them. And so I'm not realising what it is because I never see them. So I just don't know. You don't know what you're missing if it's not there. That sounds, I think that sounds more kind of philosophical than it actually is. But there we are. Take out this big brain. I wonder if there's another big poop in here. It's a quite busy room. They're not particularly like dangerous things to be around, but there is another big poop. 3 big brains, or 4 big brains and 2 big poops. That's the way we like to scoop. Do 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 do. Come on, there we go. We've cleaned it out. I think top left. I'm probably wrong, but I think top left. So I'm going to try top left. We managed to do that somehow without taking damage, which is really something. World card could be good. We might as well just take it with us. We don't really need the... Don't really need the Fool card. The reason I'm not using it is because I'd kind of like to... If we can make it through... Depending on what we get here, we might have a chance of making it through. We can definitely use a key to kill this guy free of charge. Look at that. Sorry, Isaac. Righto, let's do this. It's gonna be a toughie. I think that was just so that was some really good dry baby goodness. Dry baby can be really good here if you can get him in front of you like this. You can often just block the shots straight up. Look at this. Look, we're not doing any hits. Dry baby's blocking them all. We can focus our attention on Mom's heart. Look at that. If that's not good dry baby usage, I don't know what is. I'll tell you what. It is good dry baby usage, and we can actually get over here. I'm not sure why Sheol didn't pop. I thought Sheol was supposed to pop as soon as you did. Don't mind if I do. I thought Sheol was supposed to pop as soon as you did 10 wins on the thing. Well, never mind. Apparently it didn't pop. So Maybe we unlock it now that we've done the blue baby victory. What is it? Dun 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 dun. Ah, it lives. We unlocked it lives. Maybe now we've unlocked it lives. Maybe that unlocks the thing. The key thing that does, I think, is unlocks the D6 for Isaac. I wonder if it actually shows you on here. It doesn't show you on here. Okay, well, we'll find out next time. Thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode and it's been a marathon one, be sure to pop that like button, subscribe to the channel. Thanks very much for sticking through those early runs, but I think it was worthwhile. We did it in the end, and without getting anything too overpowered. We just kind of made it happen in the end. Yeah, so I'll see you hopefully for a D6 run next time. I've been Ken. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.